Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Brian Moritz. Today I'll be walking you around a used 2020 Winnebago Forza 34T. So kind of a really cool little coach, 35 feet 6 inches overall length. It is a diesel pusher. It's a rather entry-level diesel pusher, but you still get some cool stuff like full body paint, so we don't have any stickers or graphics that are going to peel and crack over time. Out here on the exterior on the 34T, we also get dual awnings. So your front one's going to go pretty much from the back of the door all the way up to the middle of your passenger side window. And then your rear awning is going to go the length of your passenger side slide. Now we're getting some pretty random gusts of wind, so I'm not going to put them out today just to keep them from being damaged. But if you were ever using them and the wind did pick up, if they were out and the wind picked up, they do have wind sensors where they would just retract back in. Not a system you want to rely on per se, but it is a good safety backup. So we'll walk around the exterior at first and then we'll head inside. So this whole coach is built on a Freightliner XCR chassis. So that does mean we are going to get some pretty good pass-through storage. In this bay, notice the entrance is nice and big. So if you want to put bigger coolers, stuff like that in here, there's plenty of room. Carpet lined so things don't slide around while you're driving. But there is pass-through both underneath and on top of the frame rails. Another big pass-through bay. Now remember, this coach is only 35.5 feet long. So you're not gonna have a crazy amount of basement storage, but they did give you as much as physically possible. One more really big storage compartment. Now this one's not gonna be a pass-through, but up in there as well, you'll see your Magnum 3000 watt inverter. Right above that compartment, we've got our 32-inch Samsung HD TV for the exterior. Now that is on a swivel arm, so we can pull it out and move it around as needed. In the back, 4 AGM house batteries. So those are just going to control things like your lights, inside lights, refrigerator, run your inverter, that kind of stuff. Down back here on the back, we've got an HD camera. That is going to be a color camera. It also will give you grid lines when you're backing up. We'll show you that inside. Down below, 2-inch receiver with a 5,000 pound towing capacity, as well as a 7-pin connector for trailer brakes, trailer lights. Perfect for towing a Jeep, putting your bike rack on there, maybe a side-by-side trailer. Whatever you need, you got the hitch there for it. Coming around to the driver's side and back compartment, we've got our 2 chassis batteries. All those are going to be for starting and running the engine. The circuit breakers for your house are right here. And then just miscellaneous relays and stuff on the back side there. More stuff for technicians than anything. One thing I do want to point out on this coach, the standard Forza comes with a 10-gallon gas electric hot water heater. This one's got the Truma AquaGo, which is going to be an on-demand hot water system. Forward of that bay, we've got our shore power cord. Now this could also double as a little bit of storage, as well as our 15-gallon DEF tank. Right in front of the axle, this is going to be our water bay. So over here we've got the fill valve for our freshwater tank, our freshwater inlet right here, the black tank flush, hot and cold exterior shower, gray and black tank drains, and then your whole house water filter. Very important, we've also got a water pump switch out here, so if you wanted to use the shower, you don't have to go inside, turn the water pump on. Nope, you can just do it right here. And then you've got the holes underneath so that you can run hoses through there and be able to shut and lock this door so nobody gets into your stuff. And then the next 2 compartments are going to be the other side of our pass-through storage. Oh, I lied to you. So other side of pass-through storage, and then this one's going to be our propane tank, freshwater drain valve. What's really cool is this water pump is very easy to access. So if you ever needed to swap it out, it would take you about 5 minutes. It's unscrew this, take the screw out that's holding to the mounting plate, and put your new one in. Really, really simple. Right here we've got the fill for our diesel fuel tank. Now this is a diesel pusher, but you get a 90 gallon diesel fuel tank. That will provide fuel for both the engine and the generator. And then last but not least, for compartments, we've got the one up here, just circuit breakers for the chassis and fuses. Little handle down below. Now that handle releases the hood here. So that just keeps dropping down. Now in here we have access to our 6,000 watt Onan quiet diesel generator that will pull directly off the main fuel tank. An air line in case we ever needed to air up our tires, as well as our windshield washer fluid, and then just more stuff for technicians to look at. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up the outside. Let's head inside. Now this coach is a 2-slide model for the 34T. Close this or pin that. So there is a latch on the back of the door so it doesn't swing on windy days like today. So 2-slide model. As we walk in, you're gonna see that this coach is completely closed up, just so you get an idea of space while you're traveling. So I can still walk back here, access to the refrigerator, and access to the bathroom. Very easy. I'm not tight, I'm not claustrophobic. And I can also fully use the bed while this coach is in. The slides don't go over the bed at all and make it unusable. We're gonna open them up now. So just things to talk about while these slides are opening up. The water capacity on this coach is gonna be 84 gallons of fresh water, 54 gallons of gray water, and 48 gallons of black water. On the roof, we do have two 13,500 BTU air conditionings. One of them does have a heat pump in it. They're both on right now, just running off of that 6,000 watt diesel generator. And I already mentioned 90 gallons of diesel fuel to keep you on the road for a longer time without having to stop. So one thing I really like about Winnebago and how they're doing their cab over bunks is this thing completely tucks away. I can still walk underneath it at 6 feet tall. When it's time to put it down, push a button, and it drops down and goes flat. Now that's gonna be a full queen bed, so you could actually sleep an adult or two up there. We've got power over on the passenger side for your phone chargers and things like that. And then light switches over on the driver's side for these lights up above the bunk here. And then once it's morning time and everyone's out of bed, push a button and away it goes. In the living room area of this coach, this one does have the theater seating. So just a little flip lever here. Gives you a footrest. What's really cool about this is it's directly across from that Samsung 50-inch HD TV. So you don't have to turn your head 90 degrees either direction to be able to watch the TV. Now this coach also has an electric fireplace that will act as a 5,000 BTU furnace, just to help out your existing furnace. Storage up above the TV, decks of cards, movies, things like that. Down below the TV, we've got a Samsung sound bar, so you're going to get a little bit better sound quality than what you would get out of the standard Samsung TV. Keep going down, more storage here. So if you want to put a satellite on it, this is actually where you would put your satellite receiver. We've also got the Samsung Samsung DVD player that is connected directly to the Samsung HD TV. Back behind the theater seating, we've got a nice booth dinette. So what's cool here is, one, we've got cup holders. This back booth dinette bench will have seat belts in it, so someone could actually sit here while you're driving down the road. Cup holders here, so if they have a drink, it's not sliding around. We've also got power underneath the table here, so we could have our laptop plugged in, working while we're driving. And then this will actually also drop down and make a bed for your smaller passengers. Up above, along that whole off-door side slide, just huge storage cabinets. All carpet lined so things don't slide around and rattle while you're driving down the road. And something I like about the Winnebago is you don't have to open these cabinets individually. You'll see on some coaches that if I open this cabinet, I won't be able to open this cabinet until I close this one. So something I do like about the Winnebagos. On each window, we've got dual shades. So there's a day shade as well as your blackout privacy shade. The Forza 34T kitchen is actually one of my favorites. There's a ton of counter space here. So we've got the little flip up extension and then the dual bowl undermount sink. And with those counter covers on there, this is just additional prep space. Even if you still needed water, you can just put one of them on and leave the other one off, have more prep space. Coffee maker's place right here. We've got an outlet right there for it. Now this is kind of out of the way and it'd be a weird place to prep food anyway, so perfect place for you guys that need a coffee maker. Great storage up above the countertop. Now this is an adjustable shelf. We can move it up and down as needed. 30-inch Whirlpool convection microwave. There we go. And then in that cabinet there was all the extra supplies for that. And then a 3-burner Suburban cooktop. Now this is just a propane cooktop in this Winnebago Forza. Down below the countertop, we have a bank of 7 drawers. This one right now is gonna have all our remotes in it, but if it was me, I'd be putting all my cutlery in there. So lots of kitchen storage, something you can never have enough of. Now, in addition to all that, keeping with kitchen storage, we've also got this little hidden pantry. So I'd say it's about 7 inches deep. All of these shelves are adjustable up and down as needed. And down below as well. So that would be all your food storage and extra, paper towels, things like that. Right here in the midship, we do have the Whirlpool residential refrigerator. Now this particular refrigerator does have the ice maker in it as well. And just behind that, we optioned this Winnebago Forza with the stacked Whirlpool washer and dryer for those of you that are taking more extended trips in it. Now that's kind of the beauty of the 34T. It's a coach that's small enough that you can still take it into national parks and things like that, but it's big enough that you could actually live in it or stay in it for extended periods of time. Here in the midship, we've also got the single bathroom of this coach in the vanity. Dual medicine cabinet or dual mirror medicine cabinet. A little bit of toiletry storage up above the toilet. A drawer for your toothbrush, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. Toilet paper holder, 2 110-volt outlets, and then another little cabinet just for additional storage. The shower in this coach is nice and big. So we've got the sprayer one so we can move it around as needed. Has a little seat in it for those of you who don't or who can't stand in the shower for an excessive period of time. And then there is an assist handle on the door. So another thing I really like about the Winnebago Forza is here in the middle in the hallway they do a full length mirror. So if you're getting ready for a night out, something like that, you can look at yourself in the mirror without having to squat or use different mirrors. Huge hanging wardrobe here in the bedroom area. And this does pass all the way through. And then down below, 4 nice big drawers. Bed in this coach is going to be a queen bed. It is also a sleep number, so we can adjust the air pressure to make it firmer or softer as needed. Up above the bed, lots of nice big cabinets. Again, adjustable shelves up and down. So another big benefit to the Forza for you CPAP users is the nightstand's actually big enough here where you could put your CPAP so it doesn't have to be up above your head. Now you also get wireless charging for your cell phone on each nightstand, as well as two 110 volt outlets. So you can plug in your phone, CPAP, whatever you need, the power is there for you. Coming up into the front of this coach, like I said earlier, this coach was built on the Freightliner XCR chassis. So as we come up here, you'll see that we've got the OptiView dash. Now what's really cool about this dash is it gives you everything you need. It's easy to look at, it doesn't hurt your eyes. So if we want to look at gauges, we've got our DEF level, our water temperature, and the gear we're in. And if we want to, we can actually change these. So there's turbo PSI, transmission temperature, engine load, distance till empty, RPMs, oil pressure, engine hour meter, and barometric pressure. Now, as a used coach, used 2020, this particular one has 7,634 miles as of today. On both sides of the dash, we've got our air pressure for our primary and secondary air tanks, another water temp gauge, fuel gauge, def gauge, and then oil pressure again. So since I have a fixed water temp, fuel, def, and oil pressure, I would set these gauges so that's not what they're showing, so I can see more information. Over on the left, we've got the controls for our automatic leveling. So when we get into our campground, all we have to do, hit the on button, hold auto for about a second, the airbags will drop, the jacks will drop and level us out. It'll also take all the play out of the suspension. Controls for our power mirror adjustment, generator start and stop, night shade for the cab, a switch for mirror heat in case it's cold or foggy out so your mirrors don't get fogged up or frozen, map lights, battery boost in case our chassis batteries ever died, air horn, controls for our headlights, auxiliary lights, and then house or engine power for this dash radio. If you were sitting in a campground and you didn't want to have your ignition on, you could actually change the battery power to go, or the power to the radio to be on the house batteries rather than the ignition, so you could listen to the radio while you're sitting in the camp. And in the middle, we've got the nice big screen here. This is gonna be an AM, FM, Bluetooth, and Sirius capable radio. It's also gonna be our cameras. So right now we're looking at our backup camera. And if I go left blinker, it'll show me the left side of the coach. If I go right blinker, it'll show me the right side. Now it looks a little funny now just because we've got slides out and doors open, things like that. And last but not least, in this cab, we're gonna have just our standard HVAC controls so we can heat or cool this cab off without having to start the generator. So over on the passenger side, we do have the nice little flip up table. Move this out of my way. So it just pops up, just something for the passenger if they want to sit here and work on their laptop, have a drink without just using the cup holder. There's a place right there for it. That little black box that I just moved out of in front of the passenger seat, that is going to be all the manuals for this coach. The previous owner did a great job at reorganizing those, and he also kept any service records that he may have had. So, but I think that's pretty much going to wrap up my walkthrough of this 2020 Winnebago Forza 34T. If you have any questions about this coach or any other coach in our inventory, feel free to give me a call at 303-482-6375. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next week.